that for Rangpur Riders, but they were smart enough to realize the fact that you don't want to play big shot. They did manage to pick up 3 sixes and 2 fours in that 5 overs, but there were a lot of dots, and they were willing to spend time in the middle, and that's exactly what this pair needs to do. Oh, that's a good shot. But only finds the fielder. I thought it was a little bit straighter. So if you're willing to spend time in the middle, you will go on to score a few runs here. But if you attempt to play too many shots early in the innings, then problems.
We got to understand the openers for Rangpur. They were Makalam and Gale. They were the ones who were willing to fight their time because they're destructive. They can hit the long ball. They're known to hit big sixes. And of course the situation was different. But here, it's a pressure situation for this pair of batsmen. Because they got something to aim at. When Rangpur batted, obviously they had nothing to aim at. They just had a target that they would have set themselves. So it's a different kind of a pressure situation, considering that the run rate will also have to be managed. At the moment, the asking rate is just under 10, 9.48. Straight to the man at mid-on.
Yeah, the bigger problem is that they're already 3 down. That is even a bigger problem for select sixes. So they cannot afford to lose a wicket here. A wicket here will be a big problem for select sixes. And that's exactly what Rangpur Riders will be hoping for. It's about partnerships. It's about consuming the amount of time in the middle. And then when you are set, you know exactly what the pitch is doing. Then you can see players playing some big shots. Oh, lovely. What a shot this is. It's gone all the way. It's hit those advertising triangles. It's gone all the way. That is massive. Very cheeky, but very effective from Shabir Rahman.
Well, premeditated to a point, because he did see the short fine leg fieldsman and not fine leg, so there was never a risk if he got everything. The pace of the ball also helped. But my goodness, cricket brings out so many new shots, isn't it? I mean, these were never heard or never seen 25, 30 years ago, but with T20 cricket, that's another one. You could see the innovation looking to go the other way, but that's the level this game has reached.
Yeah, it's a scoop. He tried to scoop the next one as well. You need to be careful because you don't want to get out. You don't want to get carried away. He's already picked up a 6. Why not look for a single? Get runs on the board. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Why take unnecessary risk here? Because they can't afford to lose another wicket here. Pitched up, but straight to the fielder. Will pick up a single. Not a bad over for select sixes. 9 runs in that over. So after 6 overs of power play, they've managed to score 38 for 3.
I see you at the movies. I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2 এর সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল
এখানে ঘুরছে সেখানে ঘুরছে রে, ঘুরছে রে, ঘুরছে এখানে ঘুরছে।
ঘুরাবে সবাই, কারণ 2টি মেন্টস অরেঞ্জ কিনলেই একটি স্পিনটস ফ্রি। খাও মেন্টস, ঘুরাও স্পিনটস।
মেন্টস কেনা পরে কে?
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
Yonder is now data free.
Yonder Music. Download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
Swing and a miss, in fact swing and an edge. Rahman getting with 6 in that last over of the power play. So change of bowling. We're going to see some spin, left arm spin over the wicket.
Zahir Khan, the new bowler from Afghanistan, left arm wrist spin. 21 carrier, not a long one. 8 out of 8 matches. He's picked up 15 wickets. Well, if he can get it right, he can trouble the batsman, I reckon. Tossed it up. The signal taken. Interesting bowler because he's the wrist spinner, left-arm wrist spinner. Let's have a look at the tournament sixes. 81% have come on the leg side, 19 on the offside. $223 sixes so far. Oh, look at that. He didn't pick it up, but it'll go to the boundary. It does. Bye. That's the danger of this bowler. So very difficult to pick him up. He was trying to play it on the onside, and then he trying to twist his bat. The keeper also a little bit not sure what the ball was doing.
That's a wrong one from Zahir Khan, just 18 years from Afghanistan. From the Shasim end. Yeah.
Yeah, what's good for him is that he's pitched the ball up. It's so very important for any wrist spinner, whether a right arm or a left arm. If you can pitch it up, then you will put the doubt in the batsman's mind where the ball is going to go. Is it going to come back into the right-hander, or is it going to go the other way? It's an important inclusion, very important, interesting one. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's a good pick for Rangpur Riders to have someone like Zahir Khan into the attack. Look at that, beautifully bowled, absolutely brilliant.
He's not picking the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Just look at it. Back of the hand, wrong one. Played for the inward turn, played for the conventional turn. Completely done. Now this is the third bowler in the modern era doing this. 6 runs off the over, 44 for 3.
ও তো ক্যাডেট কলেজে ফার্স্ট বয় ছিল। কোন ক্যাডেট?
ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট কলেজ।
কিন্তু ময়মনসিংহ ক্যাডেট তো মেয়েদের কলেজ।
ভিটামিন এ এর বাড়তি সুরক্ষাযুক্ত সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, যা ওমেগা 3 ও 6 এর পারফেক্ট ব্যালেন্স এবং বেটা ক্যারোটিন সমৃদ্ধ। সুপার ফ্রেশ ফর্টিফাইড সয়াবিন তেল, কিছু বাড়তি ভালোর জন্য।
কটেট।
এই তো রাজবাড়ি।
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি। সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে এক ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট, রাইট বিফোর ইউ হ্যাভ লাঞ্চ। রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
খেলা 100 হোক না হোক, আমাদের বাড়ি কিন্তু 100 হবে।
ঠিক তাই, ফ্লাই অ্যাশবিহীন আকিশ সিমেন্ট স্থাপনাকে দেয় 100 বছরের অধিক স্থায়িত্বের নিশ্চয়তা।
Been among the wickets, the only wicket he picked up the wicket was against Chittagong Vikings. They only bowled 3 overs and picked up 2 for 14. He hasn't actually completed his full good of overs in any match. $126 more runs to win from 78. After delay start. Just sits up and Asusan says, "Thank you very much. I'm going to pick up the boundary." Poor starter from Ravi Bupara. Always good to have the batsman picking up a boundary of the very first ball of the over. Just releases the pressure. You need to act smart. Smart batting is required at now in the next 5 deliveries. Don't look for big shots. Okay, if it's there, you hit it. But if it's not there, don't play any dot deliveries. Look for those singles. Wide. Let's go down to Pia.
রংপুর রাইডার্সের ফ্যানদের মাঝখানে রংপুর রাইডার্সের খেলা দেখে সবাই এমনিতে অনেক খুশি, কিন্তু আমার মনে হয় আমার পাশে এখন যিনি আছেন দ্য ফেমাস ফোক সিঙ্গার ফকির আলমগীর, ওনাকে দেখে রংপুরের টিমের উৎসাহ অনেক বেড়ে গিয়েছে। আমাদের জন্য যদি ছোট করে একটু গান গেতেন।
গান গাবো তার আগে রেডিও 71 তার পার্টনার হিসেবে, তার ফ্যান হিসেবে, আজকে একজন মুক্তিযোদ্ধা হিসেবে রংপুর রাইডার্সকে সাপোর্ট করতে এসেছি এবং অবশ্যই রেডিও 71 98.4 মনা আমার দেহ গড়ি সন্তান করি কোন মিস্তরে বানাই আছে ও একটা চাবি মাইরা ও একটা চাবি মাইরা দিছে চাইরা জনম বইরা চলতে আছে মনা আমার দেহ গড়ি এই মনা আমার দেহরি সন্ধান করি কোন মিস্তরে বানাই আছে ও একটা চাবি মাইরা ও একটা চাবি মাইরা দিছে চাইরা জনম বইরা চলতে আছে মন আমার দেহ গরি।
Thank you so much. And now back to the country.
Yeah, lovely to see Shakir Alamgir after such a long time. He does come in and watch Bangladesh play, and it's very nice to see him also coming in to see this edition of BPL. Absolutely brilliant.
They've had 3 consecutive poor fielding efforts. Dot third man, short fine leg and extra cover. 55 for 3.
This is sunshine smile, makes me feel this way. When I can't see through, when I feel it blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you. অনলাইনে পছন্দের জিনিসটির পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ। 1, কেনাকাটা হবে ঘরে বসেই বাড়তি কোনো চার্জ ছাড়া, আর 2, আপনি পাবেন 20% পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো। আপনার একটা বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে তো?
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়: বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট, রাইট বিফোর ইউ হ্যাভ লাঞ্চ, রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
ভাই আপাতত মেনে নিন, বেশি স্বাধীনতা চাইলে ফ্রিডম প্যাক নিন। আছে আনইউজ ডাটা ক্যারি ফরওয়ার্ড, ভ্যালিডিটি ও ভলিউম বাড়িয়ে নেবার সুযোগ। নেই পেপার ইউজের টেনশন। রবি।
Some sort of recovery being made here by the captain and Shabir Rahman. 30 so far of 25 bowls. Still needing a lot of runs. 115 more needed. Shabir on strike now. How is he going to negotiate with this guy, Zahir Khan from Afghanistan? He's bowling from the Shah Cement, and this guy disguises his wrongmans quite nicely. He does Tino, doesn't he? Very difficult to pick them up.
He does, and that's the skill that the spinner can possess. Makes him very, very difficult to play. Those that aren't so good at hiding their other delivery get picked up a lot easier and are dealt with a lot easier. It's not the case with this man.
India stand edge, didn't he? The ball going the other way. Asir Hussain playing for the orthodox. Turn coming into him, but I think he just left him, turned away.
Did, as you say, so difficult to pick him up. Didn't know much about that. He'll take the run anyway.
It's like Rashid Khan in the mirror. Oh, he pulled that from wide outside off, but there is cover at car corner, and single is all they're going to get. 2 Afghans bowling left-hander, right-hander.
This is the one you were talking about.
Well, I suppose at time we have to be innovative, particularly with unorthodox bowlers. When you're not quite sure, even when you're given the width, you're not sure if you go in a wideish delivery off the offside, you pull it and drag it towards the onside. That have been a better option to try and flick through the covers. Out in the minds of the batters, which way is it going to turn? Swept that, finds the fielder. They go quickly through for the single, and that might be close. I don't think he's going to refer. He seemed to be safe, but But good work in the field.
Very good work. Good example of running well out ahead of him, sliding it in, and he got home safely.
It's good. Go. And that's the way. You just slide your bat in. You don't plunk it on behind the crease. That can get batsman into trouble. Keep on sliding and reach your target. The other way, and he's got the bottom part of that ball, undercut it, and it's been holding but a couple of runs to finish off the 9th over. And we should be getting a signal from the umpire. 62 for 3 is the score, and it's time for the Washington Healthy Gas.
এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই। ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা।
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন। ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক।
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে একই ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন। ভাবনা থেকেই ভালো কাজের শুরু। অ্যান্টিঅক্সিডেন্ট ও ফ্লেভোনয়েড সমৃদ্ধ এক অসাধারণ ব্লেন্ডের ফ্রেশ প্রিমিয়াম টি খুলে দেয় ভাবনার দুয়ার।
মালাই চা ছাড়া জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমারটাই লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে। আইসটি হবে। 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার। *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
This is sunshine smile makes me feel this way when I can't see through, when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
I see you at the movies. I see you with your lipstick.
এসে গেছে 2 দিনের ব্যাটারি লাইফ সহ নোকিয়া 2 4G স্মার্টফোন। এখন বন্ধুদের ফান চলবে নন স্টপ, কারণ নোকিয়া 2-র সাথে এয়ারটেল দিচ্ছে 9 GB ইন্টারনেট, 300 মিনিট টক টাইম, সাথে আরো অনেক কিছু। এয়ারটেল।
ভাই একটা ফ্রেশ পানি দেন।
হ্যালো তামিম,
হাই।
ইজ ইট সেফ ফর হিম?
নো।
হ্যাঁ,
ইটস দ্য সেফেস্ট।
থ্যাংক ইউ তামিম।
মেমব্রেন ফিল্ট্রেশন ও ড্রপলেট মেথড সহ মোট 15টি কঠিন ধাপে পৃথিবীর সর্বাধুনিক স্ট্যান্ডার্ড নিশ্চিত করে তৈরি হচ্ছে দেশের সবচেয়ে নিরাপদ পানি, সুপার ফ্রেশ ড্রিঙ্কিং ওয়াটার।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়। বিফোর ব্রেকফাস্ট,
Right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়।
বাইরের দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
In his first, and he's going to come and bowl from the AKSN, the far end of the ground, here at the Sheribangla National Stadium. Lovely stadium this is. Look at that. Still a lot of people around waiting for this game to finish. A lot of support from the Dhaka crowd. Kabir Rahman, now 19 of 19. Just hit 1-6. There he goes, smashes it, it's high up in the air, there's a fielder trying to come around and get underneath. He does manage to get a bit of hand to it, but oh, that's bad luck. Just seemed to go over.
Chances are, Ravi Bopara, we know, bowls a lot of slow balls, uses variations. This possibly was one of them. And he got a good connection and a good effort from the captain, Ashrafi. That was almost 6 runs. That's a good effort. But unfortunately, it rolled into the boundary and will be signaled 4.
Really, Mashrafi Mortuza, even in he gives his all despite his injuries, despite his age. a real front runner, leads from the front in every game. Plays with a lot of heart. Little movement by the batsman, almost upset the rhythm. Another good piece of work. Saved a couple of runs at least. Two very good pieces of committed fielding we've just seen.
That's good heart. It was nicely struck. Good diving effort. He goes over the rope, but makes sure that he's inside and there's no contact with the advertising triangles while he's got the ball in hand. So certainly safe too. And it's good commitment. Nothing better for the bowler to see than when he's running in and trying to bowl. Good effort, especially from another fast bowler.
Absolutely lifts your spirits as a bowler. Get encouraged, and he'll be hoping that when he bowls, someone's going to return the compliments to him with some good piece of fielding. A little haze I can notice now. Not so noticeable in the previous days. Full toss. Really timing it well, and the sweeper picks up and restricts them to just a single.
26 from 22 now, Sabir. Had a pretty indifferent tournament. Till the last game where he had a good partnership at the end with Tim Bresnan. He has struggled. So good to see him coming into his own.
Blowing it down, and he waits for the one, just 110 Ks. Have a look at the checking for dew. I don't think there's much. Well, there's a slight hint of it, but just think back to Sillett when that hand was absolutely wet. And more proof of that is that hardly any of the bowlers are using towels. To wipe the balls and get a better grip. Use of the feet. Exposed his intentions a little too early. Bowler shortens the length.
Rather quietened down now, the crowd. Lots of noise earlier on, but you mentioned that still plenty of people in the stadium.
जाना नस्ता जफा चिगोर पल्लव पामे पसरोस्तर गुजड़वीना दिजड़ बसर में अंगार बलशी चिप ख्वाने खबरस्तार आया देखमा सबदा टोल जहां खबर चिपी वफा जानन यवाज फ्री खुदमा दाचशली तो लेग्रीवान करजम सद जानन द कुसूस को खवड़ले यमा नोर्दर नहीं नगवाड़म खुदाया बस यो जानन ची में जुन मलगरे शीना चढ़ता गाड़ी राशरौड़ती तनून वजाना ग्रन जुदाईदा वखे सजाना ग्रन जुदाईदा चढ़ता गाड़ी राशरौड़ती तनून वजाना ग्रन जुदाईदा वखे सजाना ग्रन जुदाईदा
Yo maraz raavle ha? Yo maraz raavle Nic такое салам ha? Nic такое
Давай que vamos chamar de. Era luz mudar de uma coisa ou era dar valor em por ele.
Dar خلي تفاخر في دار لما
دار بقول
دار تقول ما لي يفرد لا وانا كيف خشاد اللي تيجي
دار يا بجي نمشي قال كذا دار
ده زي بيرم ده وزما يخنيكي ما بلزق ضربت نص ختمه
slowly into the game. And he's tracked that from outside off, but then stunned his conviction in the deep. Single is old again.
Feeling a little bit embarrassed seeing herself on the big screen. Another set of twins that we see in the stadium. It's the third or fourth set I've seen since we've been in Dhaka.
Eagle eyes of Tina. But you know they're twins.
I'd hope they're twins if they're dressed in the same kind of clothing and they look the same.
Oh, hint of a swing that. Oh, just reversing, I think, at the last moment. The runs not really coming the way that the team would like from Sylhet. 79 for 3, 88 for 2 were Rajshahi at this point in time. So lost one more wicket. Pressure will be on. They've built up a decent partnership. Now at times they've got to just chance their arms. Ensure that run rate does not go over the 10 mark. Good, and he's helped it on its way, and it's gone one bounce into the boundary. Easy as they come. Just a short arm jab, and off it went.
And this is more the Sabir Rahman I know. He knows the man is up in the circle at short third man, and all he's done is just ride the bounce and got a boundary. This is good batting. You can tell that he's thinking about the strokes that he's playing. He's thinking about where the fielders are in the field, and this is Tisara Pereira, his various release points. And you can see those red dots are the ones that are the Yorkers that he slings in and often gets right, and then his normal length deliveries are those blue ones a little bit wider.
So 11 overs completed, it's 84 for 3.
Got it! এই তো রাজবাড়ি
আর ইনি বুঝি রাজামশাই ম্যাপ দেখি সার্ভিসটা
তুই যেমন তোর ইন্টারনেটও তেমন ফলো মাই নেটওয়ার্ক
এখন গ্রামীণ ফোনে এক ইন্টারনেট প্যাক 2টা কিনলে একটা ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
মনে রেখো 5টি সময়।
Before breakfast, right before you have lunch.
রাতে খাবারের আগে, টয়লেটের পরে এবং গোসলের সময় ব্যবহার করো লাইফ বয়। এখন গান শোনো কোনো ইন্টারনেট চার্জ ছাড়া।
Now at times they've got to just chance their arms.